Get it. Now listen, I told y'all this off camera. I'm gonna tell y'all again, man. Like, I love y'all takes on my expert opinion, and me as a consumer, as a fan, I was mad when y'all left.
We didn't leave.
We didn't leave, so why people gotta watch that language?
Just period, though. I was mad when y'all wasn't on the show. I'm gonna be real.
But the language is important.
How many relationships you been in?
A lot.
No, girlfriends. How many girlfriends?
Probably like 3.
And what if the bitch
did she
stop talking to you? No. Let me say this, huh? Yeah. Say the bitch ghosted you, and I say, well, when you left the bitch, you're gonna be like, I ain't leave that bitch.
Okay.
It's a big difference than when if you left the bitch and you telling the world that, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't leave her. She actually left you.
Imagine every girlfriend you had, you said, I broke up with her. She gonna drag your name through the mud because she gonna be like,
there's always 2 sides of a story.
No, it's only one side. The truth.
The truth been out. Yeah. So when people still talk about it, like, I'm just wondering, I talk to him about this.
Yeah.
all the time while I'm smoking. I'm like, why are people still talking about
it's iconic, nigga.
On my expert opinion?
He don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you, as a consumer, as somebody outside looking in, I'm gonna break it down simple. Not to get too like y'all had that Tony Yayo interview, and you gotta understand this is the rebirth of Yayo, right? I'm a younger dude. I'm younger than y'all, so you know, G Unit was everything, right? I used to drive through God Brewer, Southside. I could feel the energy, right? So seeing Yayo come back and rebrand himself through Vlad and come to a platform from the hood and really put on and tell the story, like I remember every quote. Nigga, I'm with 50 shit, nigga. Like that shit hit different. Y'all was there. Y'all was there. You was a part of that. That's what really set the tone for the show as a consumer.
Okay. Yeah. That was our last interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
that's
you know what that's the equivalent
best
of?
interview, your last interview is crazy.
You know what that's the equivalent of? How all these older niggas still can't get over that Jordan is gone. They still think of Game 6 when he hit over Brian Russell. Yeah. That's what that Tony Yayo is in equivalent.
But this is what people.
That's why they can't get over it.
But this is what people got to understand. This is the knowledge though. I was only up there for 9 months, bro.
That's crazy.
So everybody keeps talking. See, this is when it gets quiet. When people be talking all this other stuff, that's just how impactful it was. So when you talk about a 9-month stint, 2.5, 2 and 3/4 years later, and everybody knows what happened. See, it's like who's watching what? Because every show that we go on, they be like, "Oh, when y'all left, bro, slow down. We didn't leave. Why do people keep saying that when they're all watching the content and every time they say the content and nobody denies that this didn't happen? It's not like niggas. It's not like niggas is saying no, they left. No, everybody knows. No, niggas just stopped calling us.
Yeah. The evidence is out. I got rid of them.
Stop calling us. Right. So the questions. Like I always tell people is, they should go to him. But when they have him, it's capping involved, and people don't want to ask the direct questions. People really be intimidated to ask the direct questions. Like, did you stop calling them? What did they do exactly? People will ask him questions and be like, oh, well, what's your big deal? Oh, they started BagFuel after my show. And they'll know that that's a lie. They'll have it on their phone and be like, oh, well, they was on BagFuel in 2018.
Yeah.
They'll know it's the truth. They'll know, but they won't say nothing for the sake of content. So most of the times, that's why when we go on joints, I'll be like, I'm not talking about it. Yeah. Because if y'all get the person that's there, y'all don't even care about the facts. Y'all just want the numbers.
Yeah, I get it. Nah, I feel that. And like I said, I seen the episode Lip Service and like, the vibe looked good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was actually happy as a consumer. I'm like, yo, check.
What are these people watching? You thought the vibe was good?
You just,
bro,
it was better than I thought.
Bro, what about whose vibe was good? You can't be talking about me. If you was watching me, you can't say that my vibe was good.
I thought it'd have been a lot more tension. Just based on like the
what more tension did you want us to have? Throw chairs and fight?
I mean,
what more tension did you want?
I thought y'all didn't want to be in the same environment.
We didn't, but you got to be a professional, my nigga.
I respect it.
You said that you in the music business and you was the record exec.
Yeah.
When things go wrong, if that rapper or singer can't get up, if they do, they're unprofessional. So now, if I leave the camera, right, then what? Oh, he was scared.
Everything he said was true.
Everything that the nigga said was true.
Niggas is really thieves.
Oh, So I'm put in a position, right, to now be a professional, and then and everybody, nigga, I went viral for the vibe being trash.
Right.
So when I sit in front of you and be like, well, I thought the vibe was okay. How? How, nigga? I went viral for the vibe being trash. Quarter Lab signed a whole deal with us because of what happened on that show, because he admitted to blocking us, bro. How can somebody block your money and the vibe be good?
Got you. You got it. You got it, my brother. You got it. Now, I was going to ask another question. I'm just
ask them shit.
Go ahead.
What I was really going to ask is, I feel like as a consumer, I want to see Math on BagFuel, and
Never
y'all
happen.
on my expert opinion.
Never happen.
That'll be powerful for the culture.
I don't give a fuck about the culture. I give a fuck about me. All right, the culture don't give a damn about me, and I'm not running nobody's numbers up that tried to end my whole career, bro. This is the thing that confuses me about people or the culture. If a nigga fuck your girl, if it's good for the culture, you be on camera. Are you cool with it?
I'm good.
So
I didn't know it was that deep.
So I'm saying, all right, I'm gonna ask you another question. If you were set to move your parents up here off the deal and buy a house, and then you can't move your parents up here because the nigga stopped calling you, you think you gonna give a fuck about the culture?
I understand.
All right then. So I'm not worried about the culture. The culture, if the culture want to see Math Hoffa and us, tell the culture to give me $25,000, give Math what he want to have, put it Hynaken what he want to have, put us on camera, and they could get it. He could be over there, put the camera over there. You could ask us the questions. I gotta get something from it. It ain't gonna just be for the culture. It's gonna be for me too.
Yeah.
Respect.
So sponsors, you heard the number. If you want to see it, the ROI will come back. What's up? You know some sponsors? Yeah, bring them up. He's gonna be tight. He be like, when am I gonna get out of that?
Shout out to Math Hoffa, man. But now, how do you feel when you see like everybody leaving the show and moving on? When y'all did it before, it was like
how did we do it before? We got kicked.
Yeah.
See the difference?
Okay, let me reiterate that. How did you feel when those members of the show weren't on the show no more?
There's nothing to feel about. It's life. It's the industry. It's business. Things.
I don't understand the question.
He's trying because other dudes that's no longer on the show.
Ironically, it's just like a.
They didn't give a fuck when we wasn't on the show. What do you want me to do? When we stopped getting calls, did they protest?
Was it like I told you, or like you was like, like you know what I'm saying? That's what I meant.
If we on some I told you shit, I'm gonna tell you real shit. We wouldn't be right here sitting with y'all.
Respect.
Because we would be so focused on the wrong thing. Yeah, nigga failed. If you sitting here waiting for a nigga to fail, that means you're not focused on yourself trying to win.
Yeah. I got tunnel vision, bro.
Yeah,
I don't watch content.
And I'm gonna keep it real on this camera. It don't benefit us for him to sit there and say he lost his shop, because all white people are gonna say is these are the top content creators. Boom. This is what their price point is.
This is what they're ceiling there.
Yes.
They can't get along. Another one bites the dust. Black
you think that makes us happy? I'm sitting here like, oh shit, the price point just went down for all of us.
If his show is rocking in New York, right? And our show is rocking in New York, makes New York a big pit stop.
All of us. All black dudes win.
It's a big deal. People not understanding that. So when they say that they can come to New York, when they would say, oh, I'm going to do his podcast and I'm going to do BagFuel, we looked at that as a good thing. I'm not a competitor when it comes like that. I want to be number one. I'm not competing. I'm just putting my own work in my own my own tunnel vision in my own way. That's it. I don't look at people's numbers. I don't care what they do. When I see something dope, like I saw Gilly and Wallow, I saw Gilly give Wallow that car. I said, this is the shit we gonna be doing. That impresses me. You know what I'm saying? Togetherness. And people riding with each other. That's what I rock with. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of business structure that's gonna help us win. Everything that we did together was yin and yang. It was arguing. It was back and forth. It was, this works for me in content. This works for me in the music business. And let's figure out how we can mix and merge our stuff together and figure it out. His thing was content. My thing was money. Yo, if we don't make money, we can't keep making content. Fuck all that. I'm not going to keep making content if it's not making money. I'm going to go do what's making me some money, period.
Respect, man. That's a great way to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not celebrating dudes' losses.
And it's not a celebration. I just want to understand
the
perspective.
Too?
You know what I'm saying?
Because when we got kicked off this show,
everybody
turned their back on us.
They turned their back on us.
They really are thieves. They really stole the money. And I always say this on every show I can. Salute to Cormega, because he stood with us. And that fucked up a lot of people's heads, because they're like, if a stand-up street dude is standing with them, we're missing the point. And he's like, I know the real story. And that started the wave for people saying, all right, we could stand next to them.
Yeah.
So I know what it is to.
That's a fact, though. I ain't gonna lie. Because we was in, Mega came to us like, I'm going to do y'all shit.
Yeah.
And we was having trouble. I didn't even know what it was going to be. We was just glad to have guests. Mm-hmm. And Mega was like, I'm going to do your shit first. And I was like, all right, I didn't know what that meant. And how I was like, that's a big deal if he gonna do our shit first. Because I told you, I didn't know what this meant. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, let's just be good at what we do. My thing was like, just trying to get better at my craft. I did my stuttering shit inside the mirror before every show to prevent me from stuttering on camera. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do push-ups before we got on camera. Yep. We took our picture. We was the first niggas to start taking pictures at the show. Niggas would get mad at me because I told niggas, I'm the DJ Clue of this shit. And they would be laughing. I'd be like, I'm dropping my content early. And everybody would be mad. They'd be like, that show's not coming out for 3 weeks. I don't give a fuck. Give me the clip. I'm dropping it, nigga. Yeah. I want everybody to know I took pictures with these niggas, and these niggas came through, and the episode is coming. And everybody was against it. But it started working. And people started being like, when's the so-and-so coming? When's the so-and-so coming? At first, they didn't like it. That's too much, Rand, because they going to be waiting for it. But the niggas, we got so hot, they was waiting. It started being like, damn, they next 3 shows is going to be the niggas that he took the pictures with. And then I took it a little stretch further and started getting videos. The first one I did was Ralph McDaniels. I said, Ralph, niggas ain't got you on they fucking phone like this, right, Ralph? Mm-hmm. And Ralph was popping like, nah. Bong, post in the morning. That worked. Then I got Tretch to do it and multiple people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. So with all the success, all the trials and tribulations, I feel like you guys are a testimony, and I'm happy to have you here to tell the story, because like I said, a lot of people in the music business, whether you're doing content, it's, we don't got 401ks. It's hard to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You guys jumped over there. Y'all stepped on that. So salute to y'all.